It's Kelsey and you're listening to HGPC.
It's Chloe and you're listening to HGPC. Hello and welcome to the Hudson Guild Podcast. My name is Chloe and I will be hosting this podcast along with my peers,
Kelsey, Faith,
Kool-Aid.
Today's topic is your college and high school experience and how it affects you. Okay, you start.
How do you feel being a junior in high school?
Yeah. Being a junior in high school is like, it's not easy because you got a lot of work to do. So it's like you gotta stay ahead or you gonna fall back, and it's kind of hard to get ahead. And it's a really important year, so you gotta really do your work. Can't relate, but you gotta really do your work.
How you feel about your SATs that you're about to take?
Oh,
You study?
You studying? You go to SAT prep?
no.
You should go to SAT prep. Yeah. My biggest mistake was not going to SAT prep.
I mean, I did pretty good on my SAT, so I can't say too much, but
I did bad on my SAT. I did bad. I mean, it wasn't bad. It's just, to me, it wasn't what I wanted it to be. It was like an average score. I didn't like my score.
it sucks that you going to college is really not mainly based on a test grade, but you just got to make sure that you do what you got to do to make sure it's up. Kind of.
Yeah, facts. You definitely gotta study for that SAT. SAT is mad hard. It was hard when I took it.
We don't take an essay. We didn't take an essay at least.
I went to Catholic school, so they always put it in our heads since the minute we walked in. Like even as freshmen, it's like, okay, well you have to start looking for colleges now. Like it was always like, okay, like we had obviously every high school has a guidance counselor. My guidance counselor, they would make us like, okay, well these are the colleges that like where would you like to go? We would have to select a state or something, and then they would give us a whole list of colleges. Like what do you want to do with your future? Like year by year, like by sophomore year, I already knew. Okay, do you want to go away? Do you not want to go away? Yes. Okay, cool. By junior year, you're already supposed to know the college you want to go to and stuff. They kind of prepped us. So like every application that you had for my school, every application was due October 25th.
I went to a regular public school, and they didn't really start talking about college with us until maybe late junior year. And half of us didn't even go to college. I decided to go because of my own personal reasons, but it wasn't. If you wanted to go, you needed to go look for the help that you wanted yourself. You couldn't. Nobody was gonna come find you to be like, oh, well, college is coming, so what are you gonna do? It was just, you gotta graduate high school, so that's why you're here. Graduate high school. If you want help with everything else, you gotta go find it.
I had no alternatives. My family made me go to college. They told me like, you have to go to college. I don't want to go to college. Like, there was no room for me to be like, okay, well, you could, if you found a good job, like you could stay home. Like, no, it was like, and it wasn't even like you have to, like, it wasn't like you could go to college here, you could go to community college. It was like you have to go to university, you have to go away, you have to go to a 4-year. Like, it wasn't like you have to go. It wasn't necessary for me to be on the best college, but I had to be within the state or like outside the state. They preferred outside the state because they wanted me to go away and have the experience because my sister did that. So I had to kind of follow in her footsteps.
No, I want to go to college. I want to go away. But, I mean, like you said, I don't really have a choice. Regardless, my family wants me to go away. They want me to go to college. And, I mean, I have ideas of colleges I want to go to. But that all depends on if I keep up the same streak I'm doing or start a new one and do better.
I mean, it's okay not to know what you want right now.
Yeah.
I didn't know that I wanted to go to college until like a couple weeks before graduation.
No, my school needs us to, like, what we do is they're just now talking about college to us. And it's like, you need to know where you want to, not what college specifically, but like what you want to do in college and if you're going to go. And if you're going to go, then you get put in like this little category where the, what's they call that again? The guidance counselor will specifically talk to you and then like help you go forward on if you want to go to community college, private, stuff like that. And I mean, the colleges that I want to go to, I just gotta get better at my work and stuff and make sure I go on top.
Sometimes applying to college is not always about grades too. It's also about your resume too. Like,
yeah,
I'm gonna sure that you're very like active within your community or even within your school.
Yeah, I do ROTC.
Cause like college, they want you want to be in the army. You want to be in the army?
Something like that.
My college essay saved my life. That's
that's
what really got me there.
You have to make sure your
my recommendation letter is from my commander. So
and my recommendation letter was from like 2 of the best teachers in the school. So that really helped.
no, mine are from military people. So
Yeah,
you have to make sure that your college essay isn't something like. Because
Yeah.
people tend to put the college essay like they tend to like put the topic like something like depressing, so they could feel bad. Like
No,
colleges don't really like they look at that, but they're just okay. Another sob story. Like you gotta make it something like, oh, like she's doing something for me.
If you're gonna write your college essay about something that really means something to you. I wrote mine about just basically what was going on in my life, but it can be about anything. But don't make it like what everybody else is doing. I know this one girl, she wrote about being a vegetarian. I don't know where she took it from, but
oh no,
You can
Make
literally,
sure
write,
it's
you can literally
yeah.
write about anything. If you could finesse it, you could write about anything.
yeah.
Mine was 5 pages long. It was long. It
I'm
was long.
sure as hell was not that long. I just got to the point right
I'm
quick.
most likely going to type mine then,
Yeah, nah. We definitely typed ours.
because writing 5 pages like, nah, that's not
Oh,
it.
no.
I don't even do essays in school.
Like it's crazy because it's like are your parents strict?
Yeah, my mom's.
Okay, so if your mom, so it's like you finna be mad strict in your crib, but it's like when you go over here and like a whole different university, like you have mad free time, and it's like you gonna think like, oh my god, I have so much free time, but then it's like
You don't have
like,
any.
like damn,
Yeah.
now I gotta do ABC, I gotta do this 5-page paper, like, I gotta read 2 chapters, I gotta do AB. It's mad. It's honestly just time management, and then on top of that, like there's parties that you want to go to. For me, I could say parties. All right, take over, Chloe.
No, what I was saying.
It depends on what school you go to.
Yeah, and it depends. It depends on the parts that you go to.
You
feel
need
me?
to realize that wherever you go, you need to make sure you also visit it. You gotta know
Yeah,
the
you gotta
environment
feel
that
it.
you're in, because I got there and I visited there, but it wasn't really like that. I got in that environment and I realized that environment was not for me. I didn't really like it. I didn't like how people were treating other people. It just wasn't for me. And people weren't on my level.
Yeah, like you see, honestly, it depends on your preference. Like you see how like
Wow, so that they
I grew up here, so it's like I'm always around very diverse. Like I'm Hispanic, so it's like from moving from like a diverse area to moving to like a PWI, which is a predominantly white institution. It's like a really different. Yeah, it's really different. Like you feel me? The vibes are different. You know, you definitely get stares at like.
Yeah, people will look
We
at
could
you.
count the amount
You
of
know,
Black and Hispanics that are on campus.
The thing is,
with like
we
what?
just doing what we would do, just walking down the street, just chilling or whatever, and people will
would look
stare
at
at
us.
you
They
like
would look at
like
you
there's something
yo,
wrong with
it's
us.
crazy.
Yeah, that's why, like, I didn't, how do you say that? I don't really mind going to, like,
But don't not go to a school because it's a PWI.
Yeah,
too.
don't
no,
do
of
that.
course not. But I'm mainly focused on, like, going to a diverse school because
You want
not
that
only-
experience.
Yeah, like, most of my, like, middle school, PS33 was diverse, but it wasn't that diverse. And my middle school was, like, mostly Caucasian people. So it was, like, it was kind of just... Because I went to school on Wall Street, so it's, like, I'm in an area with a bunch of business people, which is, like, a rich area. So I'm by the Bull, I'm by all this expensive stuff. So most of them are... I go to Park West. I mean, Park West is I'm lying. Park West is not that diverse.
But the thing
Park
is,
West has a lot
high
of
school
Hispanics
diverse
in
and
there.
college diverse is completely
Yeah,
like different.
yeah.
I'd rather be with a million Hispanics and Blacks than be with a million white people. No offense, Philip. You know you're the homie.
It's
as well.
just
but
they think from the experience that I've gotten, they
Both-
look at you
yeah.
mad weird or mad
Yeah.
crazy.
Like you're different,
We
yeah.
gotta do something to them, and it's not even
like
like
in
that.
all my classes, I'm always like the only Hispanic person there. I'm always in a room full of white people. Like it's never the only time I probably had like and it's crazy because like the Hispanics and Black you get paired up with, they act white. So it's like
Yeah.
Oh no,
damn.
that's a different breed.
Yeah, it is definitely different.
So
You
just
gotta-
a different flavor. So
That's like
Like our school is really diverse, but it's only diverse because we have a lot of foreign exchange students.
okay.
That's the only reason
they
why.
all look at you crazy too.
I would go to Southern Connecticut State University.
I'm going to UAlbany probably, or
Southern
some.
Connecticut.
I mean, right now I already switched schools, and the school that I go to is it's a community college, but it's really diverse. And then, yeah, I'm planning on switching schools once I'm done there.
I just don't want to go to SUNY. I don't want to go all the way to Albany.
I would go to Southern, though. I was thinking about it, too.
We go to Southern. It's way cheaper, and it's a public.
Southern is not cheaper than Albany. We live in New York, bro.
Well, my situation, I had already gotten my tuition paid for, so I wasn't able to transfer this year. But if I wanted to transfer, I would have to like hurry up and make up my mind and figure it out.
I'm probably not going to transfer until after I have my associate's degree.
Yeah, probably do 2 years. When it comes to college, you just gotta kind of go in with an open thing. Like my high school, they said that they like prepared me for college, but they really didn't. Like I got my ass whooped in college. First semester, my ass was whooped.
You need to have such an open mind in college.
Literally. I can't stress this enough. Do not, I'm telling you, do not go into college in a relationship. Be single. Make sure you're single, 100% single. You don't want to go into college in a relationship. I'm telling you
and then the relationship that you get into college
never
will
works.
be so